So I was on YouTube this morning, as I normally am, while I wake up for my streams. Before my streams, I should say. And I was watching one of those 10 things you should know before you buy Monster Hunter videos. And in the video, one of the first things the dude talked about was it being an MMO or something like that. He mentioned it, and a bunch of people in the comments were going on about different things to do with it. And like personally, and it really shouldn't be an opinion-based thing, but personally, I don't think a game is an MMO unless it forces you to be in the same world as someone else. Maybe that's just me. Oh my god, I just tried to press R1 to run. Hold on. Oh. That's right. Can't just go straight for the boss. I don't think Monster Hunter is an MMO though. And I don't think that should have to be something that is opinion. I think that should be something that is pretty much fact. Only if you are not familiar with games will you call Monster Hunter an MMO. It's the same thing with like people who call Destiny an MMO. It doesn't force you to play with other people online, so there's no possible way it can be an MMO. That's not saying it doesn't have MMO-like qualities about it, but saying it's an MMO is a fucking joke. EverQuest is an MMO. WildStar is an MMO. Star Wars... what the hell? How did I forget? It's not KOTOR. Knights of the Old Republic is a PlayStation 2 game. How am I forgetting what the MMO is called? I used to play it, for fuck's sake. Oh my word. Is that activating my living weapon? I don't know, I used to play a lot of MMOs when I was younger. Just for the interaction with people. I don't know, maybe I'm weird for having that line of thinking. I just have always thought that if a game is an MMO, you will see another person. It's not a matter of if, or if you want to. You will see another person in an MMO. People are crossing things up nowadays so much just because they're like, well, this game lets you play online with multiple people, and there are lots of other people playing it online at the same time. So doesn't that technically mean it's an MMO? And it's like, no, Call of Duty isn't an MMO, but hundreds of fucking thousands of people play it at the same time. That's not... there's more to an MMO than just playing online with people. Yes, you can go to Google, and the Google response to MMO will be, any game that has blah 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 multiplayer online. And it's like, that's... If you're gonna use the bare bones definition for game design things, then everything is a fucking ripoff of the first third-person action game. Every MMO is a clone of another MMO, when it's not. It's just, that's how people in gaming want to act nowadays. It's the reason why I hate Souls community. With a fucking burning, fiery passion. They're the kind of people who are shoved so far up their own fucking asses, they don't even know what game design actually is. They just think because Dark Souls was their first third-person action game that got them into action games, because they were a 13 to 20-year-old on Twitch who just barely figured out what it meant to play a third-person action game. And they're like, oh shit, Dark Souls is so hard, dude! Prepare to die, dude! Hell, when fucking Demon Souls was around, and I'm not saying that I was around when Demon Souls was around. I think I've told this story before, how when I first started playing the Souls games, I didn't like Demon Souls, and it was only until I got the games myself and then went back to Demon Souls that I actually liked it. Because I played it initially at my cousin's house, and that went for about an hour and a half before I had him put in Flat Out. Because he had one of the PlayStation 3s with the backwards compatible thing still in it, so we played Flat Out 2 on his old PlayStation 3. But I went back to Dark Souls, or Demon Souls I should say, but that was only after I had played through Dark Souls 1. I didn't like Demon Souls because even in its own genre of games, it seemed really broken to me when I first played it. And it still is really broken. It's broken in just about every single way a third-person action game can be broken. But it's a good thing. It's what gives the game its character in a way. Demon Souls is an example of a Souls game where if you have the choice of using something broken or not, almost everyone is going to take the choice of using something broken. Only the people who are specifically trying to do something for a challenge or trying to do something just to be different are going to use other items. because there are just items in that game which are just stronger than other ones. And that's how it should be in a fucking RPG game. It shouldn't be that the sword you find at the end game is just a fucking copy of the sword you found at the start of the game. The only difference is its model and it looks a little bit nicer because it's from a boss. Or something like that. It's like the difference between the normal longsword you start out with and the, what's it called, the Ring Knight straight sword in Dark Souls 3. Arguably, the normal one is actually better because it doesn't deal split damage and has a different upgrade path which allows you to actually get good stats on it. But I think anyone who plays Dark Souls knows what I mean. 90% of the time, the most basic ass weapon in the weapon tier is the good one. Because they don't bother making the other ones good, because if they were good, people would only use them. It's, again, it's the Demon Souls philosophy. After Demon Souls, From Software learned not to do that, so we ended up with Dark Souls and stuff like that, where the boss weapons are actually garbage 90% of the time, and are just used for a gimmick. Look at the Iron Golem's weapon that you get from crafting its soul. The axe is garbage. It does less damage than every other great axe in the great axe tree. The only difference is that that great axe has the ability to shoot a projectile, which is fucking useless for PvE. It's only useful for PvP, which the games became balanced around. And that in turn also ruined the RPG mechanics in the game. Because you can't balance something for PvP and still want it to be fun in PvE without having to drastically alter internal game mechanics. Specifically for PvP or not. Like I always say, the thing that would make Dark Souls a lot better is if they, instead of patching the games and just putting a blanket patch that patches everything on PvE and PvP, make weapons specifically pertain to online. You hit another player with your straight sword, it consumes extra stamina because you hit them. It doesn't matter if it makes sense, it's about the game balance of it. That's my whole, philosophy behind PvP game design to begin with. Is it doesn't make sense because it's a fucking PvP game in a third-person action game which is trying to rip off fighting games for its PvP. And sucking while doing it. Because it's not the type of game built for that kind of game balance. And that's why fucking Dark Souls 3 is cancerous as shit. Dark Souls 3 is the embodiment of that in a video game. Shitty, dumbed down mechanics because of shitty player versus player interaction. Oh, but we added weapon arts. Don't you want to do a weapon art, dude? Which were initially spammable and completely abusable because we're fucking retards and don't know how to code the broadside of a barn. But wait, we're From Software. We actually don't know how to code the broadside of the barn. And that's why the PC version of the game, when it first came out, crashed people's PCs when they fucking rested at a bonfire. The reason why they had to have third-party people fix their own fucking game for them instead of patching it on PC and then leaving it unpatched because they expected people to just get the fucking fix anyways. And it's like, wow, what a great company. I can't believe people worship you. I'm with Total Biscuit on that shit. Like, as much as people fucking hierarchy the Dark Souls games and community, the fucking company is the laziest garbage I've ever seen. I put them lazier than Bethesda, because at least Bethesda has to fucking optimize their games when it comes to PC. At least somewhat. But even then, people will mod their games because Bethesda made their games easy to mod. So I don't know. I'm never on From Software's side anymore about anything. I can't stand the fanboyism that it has spawned with absolute no thought process put into anything. and just the absolute regurgitation of manga and anime designs that people keep writing off as original game design. It's like one thing to, like, love a manga and use it as a reference point. It's another thing to just, like, fucking copy it. Just be like, oh yeah, that's a cool design. How about we just toss that one in our video game? I'm sure that people don't even mind that they did it. I'm not trying to say it in a bad regard. Again, I'm just trying to say it in the regards to people who are like, somehow Dark Souls is like the most original thought process game ever, with like the most original designed things and original mechanics and everything, and anything that is like Dark Souls is a Dark Souls, like everything's copying it. It's like I posted on a YouTube video the other day. How can people cut one game slack in another regard when people are just going to keep writing off games as Souls-likes and then realizing when they're not Souls-like that they're not fucking Souls-like? You can't keep doing that with games. Like, I guarantee you the fucking stupid shitty Souls community is going to get all over fucking Monster Hunter in the same way. And it's going to be the same cancerous fucking community that Dark Souls turned into. The only good thing is that there's no PvP, so the only cancerous thing people can be about is the single player. Or multiplayer, but it'll mostly be single player, where people are like, I fucking killed Rathalos faster than you, nerd. Get good. Get good, Rathalos didn't fly on me 2 times in a row. Get good, you didn't beat him as fast. That's what fucking Dark Souls community will turn Monster Hunter into. If they even do that. I guarantee you most of the people who go to play Monster Hunter from Dark Souls will be like, it's too clunky and it doesn't work right. I can't just iframe everything all the time. I actually have to just avoid the attack? Yeah. Or worse, or you get some of those fucking, like, just absolutely asinine logic people who just don't think before they say anything, and they're just like, I'm not playing a game because the person wields the shield with their right hand instead of their left hand, not by 0 out of 10. And it's like, do you, like, you just want to smack the person, because it's not even like the person tries to understand the logic behind the game in that situation. Why do people in Monster Hunter wield their shields with their right hand and not their left hand? And a thing that normally requires you to, like, put your thinking cap on and figure that out for yourself is, your character wields a slinger on his left arm. You're not going to be firing a fucking slinger with a great shield on your arm. Not only that, like, one of the other things about it is Monster Hunter defense class type weapons, like the lance and the gun lance, the jaw blade, and a couple of the other ones, they're all, like, the concept behind the way that those weapons are designed is to prioritize defense. And I'm talking about that in the sense of the game logic, not my own logic. In the game's lore, Monster Hunter characters use weapons in their offhand because they prioritize defense against the big monsters. And you want to know how they did that? You can probably guess. By wielding their shield in their right hand. It's almost like the game designers thought about stuff before they did it. Wow. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Oh no, he's in fucking... Yes, use that ability. Thank you. I need my single katana out. I can't punish him accordingly with the dual swords. Yeah. It's gonna get me. Oh, I just realized why I'm not doing any fucking damage. Yeah, that probably makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, I just can't stand people who play games nowadays. Most of your modern gamers are just complete and asinine assholes who weren't even people who were necessarily into games or into gaming in general, and were probably the type of person who made fun of people who used to game back when they were in school. Those kinds of people are the kind of people nowadays who look at Dark Souls and are like, that's the fucking hardest game ever! Those were the type of kids that they were. They were the kids who made fun of other kids for having nerdy shit or whatever when they were younger. When I was in school, that's what people used to do to me. I was the video game kid because I had everything from a Nintendo to a PlayStation 1 and shit when I was just 10 years old. You could say I was spoiled, but it's also the only thing I ever asked for from my family. I didn't ask for much else. The only thing I asked for was different game consoles and stuff like that. I wasn't even technically old enough for like an original NES, but I still had it because I wanted it. Because I heard other people talking about Super Mario Brothers and stuff like that, so that's what I wanted. And I would get it like hand-me-down or find someone who knew someone who had one and get it for like $30 and just a bin of their games that they used to have. Granted, half of their games wouldn't work, but you could still play some of them. Most of the time, the only one that would work would be Super Mario, because it was the only one that was played recently. Most of the other ones are just so old that the copper on the inside's just so corroded. It's not even that the NES is bad, or that the cartridges are bad. Half of the time, the old giant copper connectors just get so corroded you have to go in with some of that antioxidizer stuff, either that or some isopropyl alcohol on a Q-tip. But normally if you want to do it right, you got to take the cartridge apart, get the connector off, and then put some of that gunk on the connectors and then wipe it all off after it's eaten all the oxidization up. And then the thing will work like it's brand new again. Especially, you want to do that more to the console and its connectors than the actual cartridges. Because most of the time that's the problem, is the actual inside of the console, not the cartridge itself. Because people would blow in their cartridges, which would add moisture onto the connectors, and because the connectors that were drawing energy were the ones that were the inside the console, the ones that actually tended to get a lot more damage and corroded were the connectors on the inside. Same thing goes for the SNES and other things like that. If you have problems with games being read, try opening it up and taking it apart. Take a Q-tip to it or something. Some like 70, preferably 90% ISO, because you want less water content in it, because the water content will just make it re-corrode. You want 91 to 99% if you can get it. You normally can only get 99% in like the little steel tubs though. So, you normally can't find that shit at a store. I don't know, I've been into gaming since I was like 3.5 to 4 years old. And got to play my first little arcade game. So, I detest heavily the current gamer society. Because they're the type of people who didn't start gaming until they were like 15 to 16 years old and jumped on every possible bandwagon of everything ever. And I'm not saying that I hate people for doing that. People who get into gaming who weren't into gaming before is awesome. It's people who act like they know everything about video games when they've only played the most recent couple years of video gaming. Like, they only started playing in the Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3 era, and all you can do is just laugh at them internally. Not because you're trying to be an asshole, just because that's how it is. Like, if you have no judgment of video games, guarantees are that you were a person who jumped on video games bandwagon back in the 360, maybe late PlayStation 2. But even late PlayStation 2 era video games were still really, really difficult in some regards. SOCOM was a really difficult game, especially SOCOM 2. That was like the first game I ever remember using a headset for on the PlayStation 2. Also, morning, Teddy. You probably can't even tell the difference, but my stream is technically higher quality now. Because it's being crunched down from 1080p to 720 instead of just being 720 fed directly to it. Due to my PS4 Pro. I haven't tried variable frame rate mode yet, but I haven't wanted to. One thing I do know, though, is I love not having frame drops in this area anymore. It is like the most noticeable thing. I don't lag when I run through that zone. I don't lag at all. It's so much nicer. I'm so used to my old PS4, which was so... When I cracked that thing open the other day, after I finished doing my PS4 Pro and transferring all the data and stuff, I cracked open my old PS4 just to see how dusty it was on the inside. The fan was so caked full of dust that I don't think air was actually going through the fan anymore. I think it was just making air move. Like, the fan, the actual slits in the fan vent, they were all plugged up with dust. It looked like an old car filter sort of thing. It was disgusting. Oh my god. Oh my shit. Well, that's a great start, and I'm dead. Well, now that I know it's Maria, it should be way easier. Launch a projectile at me. No, don't do that. Thanks. There we go. Oh, it was It's about 2.5 years old at this point. My other PlayStation 4 is, anyways. It's 2.5 years old, but the problem with it is I used to smoke in the same room with it back when I lived at my old house when I could still smoke inside. Whoa. Camera, please. Oh, well, that's bad. There we go. Wait, you might as well. Yeah, the Destroy All Humans games. I think they put them on the store though because the company's defunct pretty much, which is sad. I would love if they made a modern Destroy All Humans game. That would be fucking sweet. Dun 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 dun. I glitch out every fucking time. Who programmed me, Toad? I'm sorry, Shima. You really should patch that. That is like the dumbest thing in this game right now. Is just Shima standing there. It also happens with Okatsu too if you run far enough left. I don't know what they did to even make their AI do that though. Like, how doesn't it just detect you? It's like I tell most people, it must be some weird coordinates-based thing. Which is how they do most AIs. They have to detect where you are anyways. That's like when you play Borderlands 2. 90% of Borderlands 2 late game content is summed up by either, is it a melee enemy? If yes, then jump all time. Because the melee enemy can't follow you if you're jumping around. It's literally one of the only ways to fight Veracidus legitimately. Is by you just jump around one half of the map until you've spaced yourself out enough from him that the shit doesn't auto hit you. And then you just keep dealing damage to him from a distance while jumping. It's like one of the only fucking ways to beat him without just being a straight cheese lord. But then again, I think everything in Borderlands is literally cheesing. Really, if you want to cheese Borderlands, you just get 3 different element Sandhawks. And there you go, you win the game. 3 different element Sandhawks, an unkempt Herald, and a Grog Nozzle. And the only reason you have the Herald isn't even for dealing damage. It's just so you can heal yourself reliably. You just shoot one shot out of the Herald and swap back to your Nozzle. And swap back to your Sandhawk. Either that or you pull the Grog Nozzle out and you throw a Chain Lightning or something like that. Everything is cheese in those games. Just like in these games. It's again why I always relate Borderlands to Nioh, even though I'm one of the only people who do it. They have a core different... They have like a different core gameplay element, but their core design is very similar. The only difference is this isn't a co-op, like, based game. But they could easily make a co-op Nioh that functioned like Borderlands, where you have multiple people in a party at once, and you just have a lot more enemies. It would just have to be something more akin to, like, Dragon's Dogma in a sense of how it was set up. If you've ever seen Dragon's Dogma. Nioh with a Dragon's Dogma-esque party system where you can drop in with real people and drop out. That would be a cool game. I don't know, I hope Team Ninja's next game in this kind of genre definitely branches out more towards the multiplayer aspect of it. Also, I can't grab that because that's up there. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd still play another game of this. I just would like more of a co-op type thing. Even though I wouldn't use it. I'd only use it for off stream and stuff like that play. I don't really like doing streams with other people, not because I don't like playing with people or anything like that. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I do it because I hate holding people back, because I'm the type of person who takes constant breaks, stops playing for like 5 to 10 minutes, because I don't like to get headaches. I'm a smoker. I mean, I could give you a list of excuses as to why I'm like that, but I just accept that fact and just play by myself most of the time. This is gonna be nightmarish. Yeah. It's gonna be nightmarish just because Sarutobi does so much damage and removes my living weapon if he hits me. Yeah. I should have seen that coming the second I pressed to use an item. Don't you fucking dare try and sloth me, Fuku. There we go. Oh my god! Come on! That attack was fucking instant. He hit me before my recovery of my second attack was done. Well, I'm gonna get hit out of it, my living room. Oh my god. I knew it. I knew it too. I knew it even before it happened. I knew what was gonna happen. hate being fucking right about this game's predictable ass AI. I don't even know why I try and use items. 90% of the time I die because I'm trying to use my fucking items instead of just attacking them. Sorry, Toby, would you fuck off, dude? He's gonna grab me. I couldn't do anything. Fucking stupid sloth. Alright. Now it's just fighting this douchebag, who is going to be a real pain in my fucking ass. I swear if you fucking dodge. Why is he so resistant to lightning? It doesn't even make any sense. What in his name pool makes him resistant to lightning? It doesn't even, like, what? What logic is that? No other enemy in the game is resistant to lightning like that. Not even Hanzo, and he has a fucking lightning guardian spirit. It's so fucking triggering to me when they do random ass game design choices like that. Also, I can't swap my item tabs right now, because he put a ninjutsu effect on me that lasts for like 2.5 minutes. Tip to any up-and-coming game designers. You want to make your game hard? Just make your enemies spam shit that stun locks the player. I can't do anything, man. Every time I try and use something, I get fucking hit. How did he get knocked on the ground? That hit him from behind. What is this fucking horse shit? Holy fucking shit, I hate Sarutobi so much. And of course, unlike the player with the tonfas, he gets tracking. You'd think, oh, yeah, the player would be able to track with the tonfas. Nope, he can, though. He can turn 90 degrees in one ability. You can't, though. You wish you could turn 90 degrees in one fucking ability. But sadly, Team Ninja thinks that'd be too OP because you're using wooden fucking sticks. Oh my god. Fucking hate you so much. Jesus fucking it's just non-stop stun lock. That's all it is. I just can't even fucking move. She re-stunned me when I was already fucking dead. I can't even attack him more than once. It's one attack, dodge. One attack, dodge. One attack, dodge. One attack, dodge. If I try and follow up with anything, I just immediately get countered. Yeah, Whetstone removes the effect. Do you see any extra equipment slots? Holy fucking dog shit, dude. Just halfway across the fucking map. And he takes my living weapon away. Every time. No, it would have been nice, you know, if they didn't limit the amount of fucking item shortcut bars you could have. I don't see what the fucking difference is if you could have 100 or 5. It's player preference. Fuck boys. Holy shit. I get so triggered by game developers sometimes. Because this is the type of shit you breed with it. Shit that's just borderline fucking unfair for both parties. Oh, now I'm sloth. So guess what? Now I can't fucking do anything. Also, if an item has a casting animation, that's too long of a time period. Kept trying to do other moves. You don't do other moves, you just do Sign of the Cross. Again, the reason why every other fucking weapon in the game is so inferior. Try and do what I just did there with any other weapon in the game. It's fucking impossible. It's just all living weapon or nothing. You're not going to be able to beat and dodge all that shit legitimately. You need no guard break on 7 of your fucking items. Because if one item gets broken, then you have to put on a bunch of other shit just to be able to negate the effects of it. Because it's like, I do understand that whetstone fixes breaking your weapons. But if I want to do it just from my menu, like I would Antidote or Sacred Ash, I have to go all the way fucking down to here. And then it's not even, I don't care about the weapons, I care about my fucking set bonuses that I lose. And that doesn't fix that. Because if I get hit again, it's just going to re-break on that singular hit. The objective is just don't get fucking hit. Period. Don't get hit, you win. Get hit by all the different magic and ninjutsu because they just happen to use it at the exact perfect intervals of one another. So you just get stun-locked. Oh, fuck. Awesome. Just what I needed. Oh, look at that. The enemies are having a hard time to kill me. How cute. Again, I have no idea why Sarutobi has so much fucking lightning resistance. It doesn't even make any sense. Thematically. There are people with lightning guardian spirits who are less resistant to lightning than he is. It just... Again, there are just certain elements of this game that just fucking trigger the absolute fuck out of me, because you know no one talked about it on the dev team. The shit is just that way because it was that way. No two people talked about it or exchanged information. They were just like, yeah, just this number is this number, because whatever. I fucking hate that so much in video games. When shit just doesn't even make any sense, even in the own sense of how the game works. It doesn't even have a fucking guardian spirit. And if he does, if it's a lightning one, then why the fuck is he so much stronger against it than Hanzo? Is what I want to know. Hanzo's a motherfucking main character. Hanzo beat Sarutobi in a one-on-one pretty much. And then lost to him. And then Sarutobi got shot in the fucking chest. Sorry, I wanted to go outside for a smoke. I hadn't had a smoke yet this morning because it was so fucking cold out. At least the sun's out now. It was negative 13 or negative 14 when I woke up this morning. It was fucking cold. Sorry if I'm boring it. Anyone with this. I mean, I understand the whole prospect of, like, a double boss fight is made to be harder than a normal boss fight sort of thing. However, when you're using Fuku as your main way to make every boss fight difficult, you're sort of being a dick. Because it's not even a matter of Fuku being difficult, it's a matter of, did she hit you with a sloth talisman? Oh, she did? That's cute. Have fun resetting now. Oh, wait, what? She hit you with an attack down that lasts for 2 minutes unless you purify it with Sacred Ash? You should reset. I'm only going to be able to smoke like half of the cigarette anyways. Because like I said, it's still too fucking cold out. The only difference is the sun's shining now, and I have a black jacket, so it's a redeeming factor. My back's warm. Everything else is like dead cold though. Like I'm already losing feeling in my toes. Sheriff just went by. I'm like holding my controller in my fucking jacket so it doesn't get too cold, because I don't know if it will like fuck up if it gets too cold. One sec. Sorry. Sorry, my mother was here. Can you get any grace from this? Yes, you can. From the Abyss? You can get any grace from the Abyss. They're floor dependent. Sorry I didn't answer that earlier, man. And also sorry that I like the mic with my fucking gloves. I had to put my mic down so I could take my jacket off properly. Now I gotta go touch a screw so my... Here, I'll try and see if the mic can hear it. I doubt you will have been able to hear that. Only my mic sucks at picking up background noise. Taking a small toke as well. I just want to get everything done in one moment. That's what I normally do. I normally do like 10 floors or 15 floors and then take like a small smoke break. Also, again, sorry if I didn't see any questions or anything. People said I couldn't see my laptop screen. The display had shut off. Because normally I'll just look at the shit through the window. Yes, you can even find other tonfas with tonfa gun on them. You can find bows with 100% limited arrows. You can find things that have like multiple kinds of start effects on them, which I think are unique to the Abyss, like the I think that... Wait, no, I don't think the damage from ninjutsu items are unique to the Abyss only. Sorry, I have my thing in my jacket pocket. Give me one sec. One more sec. I just need to take this toke. Why does my game keep glitching out like that? My game right now... So it's been doing this since I had my other... my other console, and it seems to only do this when I do the Abyss. But if I go over here and I try to summon a visitor, my game will glitch out and my shit will be stuck connecting to the Nioh server permanently, which is what it's doing now. As you can see, the icon on the screen doesn't leave the upper right hand corner of the screen. Again, it's been doing this to me for like... I don't even know. It does this on PC as well. I have a friend who's been playing it on PC who said he sat at the random encounter screen when it got stuck connecting for like 15 minutes and he had to Alt F4 out of his game. And that's just like really fucked up. But yeah, basically if I do anything to do with the internet connection in Nioh right now, what's going to happen is my game's going to glitch out and I'm going to have to close the application forcefully. Which, again, has been happening more and more, and I don't understand why. I don't know if other people have had this glitch in Nioh at all. I think it's just me. Me and some other people. Alright, sorry about that. Back to the game. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. I'm back to actually playing the game, is what I'm not. Oh my god, I got hit. Can't believe they still put him this far in the abyss. Yeah, my game's glitched out, though. Confirmed. And you can't unglitch it. There's no way to do it. Even if you unplug your Ethernet cable and plug it back in, it won't fix it. I've tried it. You just have to close out of the game and reload it. Yeah, no problem, man. I'll see you around. I'll probably talk to you later as well, if you're still on. It's such a weird glitch. I don't know what causes it. I'm guessing it's something to do with my internet connection more than something to do with Nioh. But again, other people have experienced it and it's not even just on PS4 itself. It's also on PC that it happens. Your game just gets stuck connecting sometimes. What's weird, if I just sit here and do random encounters, it doesn't happen. It only happens when I do the Abyss. Or at least that's the only times I've seen to have it happen. It's fine, like I said, as long as I don't accidentally click on summon a visitor or do any of the internet features, I'm fine. Nothing will be, like, a downside. The only thing is I can't summon anyone if I wanted to. Not that there would be anyone co-oping this late in the Abyss anyways. Yeah, don't get confused. Again, I'm not looking for visitors. It's just an online glitch. A really stupid one. Which is weird because I never ran into the glitch until the later patches of the game. It never happened on any of the early ones. Oh my god. I thought I was far enough away. I wanted to living weapon with my axe out. But I forgot to change my weapon. There we go. Made it. The axe is such a strong weapon for killing yokai. That was a really dumb thing to do. It's so quiet. I was trying to dodge, but nice. Please no loot room. I was trying to jinx it. Have it be the other way around. Aw, jeez. Nice. I like how when they sheath the dual swords in this game, they don't actually, like... He doesn't put his arms out far enough to actually sheath them, so like half of it just collides into the sheath. Watch. That's how sheathing a sword works, obviously. I didn't know anything about Japanese history. Or Japanese swords, for that matter. Which most people call katanas, but katana itself is only a specifically denominating sword type in, like, the English-speaking countries, because katana just means sword. At least if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure katana just means sword. Oh my goodness, these iframes. You don't even know what skill is. Oh my goodness. Oh, that wasn't iframes though. Oh my goodness. What is an iframe and how do I use it? What? Oh my good. He just tickled me with his crystalline shoulder and killed me. Crystalline. 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 Oh shit, sorry, I didn't even notice your message, man. Much wow. English speaker playing Nioh. I mean, one of the only people left anyways. I think a lot of English speaking people played it initially, but it just isn't their type of game. Sorry again if you're not even here and I didn't even read your message when you were here. That was just a moment where I'm paying too much attention to the screen because I'm not used to having people actually say stuff outside of my friend Teddy. My friend Teddy or Jeweler. Oh great, now I got it. Son of a... This is going so poorly. Yeah, just kill me already. Thanks, man. Thanks for subscribing. I don't really have notifications or anything like that, so sorry in that regard, but yeah, thanks for subscribing. Ooh, an ethereal bow. Is it? Of course it's not. Let me just get through the door, please. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Love ya. Okay, bye. Don't you... You jackass! Don't you realize what you've done? I've been playing the game, at least on this character. This character has a long... Let's see. No, it'd be an other. There you go. There's my playtime. I don't have all the smithing texts. Yeah, 76.6. That's the only thing I haven't really gone 100% for, which I guess would give me a reason to come back and still do it, but farming smithing texts isn't exactly super fun. Plus, I don't even know what ones I'm missing. I have so many of the main ones. I'd have to get like a spreadsheet for it. I gotta make some room. So, if getting rid of mass amounts of gear is something that hurts you, I wouldn't recommend looking at the screen. Because I only care about certain things. Like that. I just want free space. Futsunushi. I get so many Futsunushi helms now, and I don't even need them anymore. I don't even like Futsunushi. The best part about it is the negation of weakening of weapons. Grace Inheritance. The only thing I'm looking for Futsunushi Rise is I'm looking for a Futsunushi Grace Inheritance for a weapon. Because I have this sword in my bank that is pretty much perfect. It has familiarity damage bonus AA. It has an AA change to attack that's starred on it, and it has starred sign of the cross. It's like the perfect Futsunushi sword. And it's a divine, it's not even ethereal. That's the best part about it. Not even ethereal, and it rolled with 3 starred bonuses. I'll show it later when I go back, because I don't know if I've shown it on my streams before. I already still have a lot of that soul matching plus value inheritance stuff stocked up from the last time I did it. Oh, that has both increased attack and increased defense plus value on it. Too bad it doesn't have received damage or received elemental attack damage on it. That's like the hinge point of me keeping an accessory or not, for the most part, as you'll probably notice. That is like one of the most important effects if you're trying to negate damage late game. Secondary being received firearms damage. Like, this is the accessory I'm using currently, and this thing is like near perfect. I've had it for a long ass time. Then I use this. This one isn't as perfect, but it just sort of helps. I have a couple different armor sets on me. I do have Futsunushi with this warrior monk's hood. Doesn't have a star on it though. Neither does my Amaterasu helmet I've been using. My old one did. They're all 320 though. I was debating in the fight earlier to put that on. Because it has no guard break, ninjutsu, and omnio magic instead of life. Which might be more valuable now in certain situations. Which is why you make multiple of the same gear. Because now it's way easier to get consistent stats than it ever used to be when I first started playing this game. Back before Umbracite was introduced, you'd sit there spending millions of gold just to see one effect of a non-perfect roll type. Oh, you wanted skill damage? Oh, have fun like 20 million gold later and you got a 16.1. You didn't even get a 16.9. Oh. Sorry, I didn't... Again, I didn't see. Sometimes I focus way too much on the game. But yeah, thanks. I know going through my inventory normally bores the absolute fuck out of most people, so... It's when I expect most people to... to phase out. Dang it. I gotta stop going right. This is such baby damage. I saw that coming the second I flipped in his direction. I was like, yeah, I'm dead. Is your head gonna spawn? No. Nani? Oops, sorry, I just smacked the mic. Oh yeah, I forgot how easy she is to kill with the whirlwind due to all them hitboxes. Don't want to run by the fox. Fox, otherwise known as Suppa Remover. I just went right over the hole. And I went over the hole again. And over the hole again. I don't know why it does that. Just bloop, right over the hill. Or hole. The hill is a hole. It's an insurmountable depth of height. Donk. Give me 1 second. I need to go to the bathroom really bad. It's so cold out today that even the window that was in the direct sun for like an hour still has ice marks all over it. I should have forgot to use the crystal. Son of a dick. Son of a ditch witch. I should have known that that wouldn't stun him. What was I thinking? You stupid edgelord, Sarutobi. He's so edgy. I don't know why they didn't give him his own edgy music. Right? You wanted your own music, didn't you, Sarutobi? Instead, they just gave you, like, Dojo Man. The musical. Oh my goodness. He's a god. Oh my god, I fucking timed that so bad. What was I doing? Smoking grass. That's what I was doing. Son of a... Oh! Oh my... Son of... a teenage... witch. I hit him with it too. Oh my god, he has such a... What the hell was that dash? What? Excuse me? That is the farthest dash I have ever seen any of these characters do in any of these games. He went from the corner all the way to the center of the map in one backwards dash. Like, it looked like he just teleported. I've seen him do far dashes before, but that was just absurd. He went from, like, here to the center of the map. Oh my god, why am I so delayed today? Dang it, dude. At least my living weapon activated that time. Finally. If I wasn't so bad at the behind cheese, then it wouldn't be a problem. Oh my goodness. What a noob. I've even played this game before. Oh my god, who did... Can't even speak. Hideyori. Get dusted on, son. It means even more because my name is actually Dustin. Oh my god. Never mind. He's like, I'll teach you the meaning of dust. That is something you cannot parry. You can't parry that either. Can't parry that. Now he's using a single katana, which I suck at parrying. Never mind. I am a god. I think we've done this room like 3 or 4 times already on this entire stream. Ow. The key damage. That was bad. Oh, that was bad. There we go. Smithing text. Bloodstained cleaver. That's what I mean, like, I just randomly got that fucking smithing text. Did I get it from him? Did I get it from one of the yokai? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Well, it doesn't matter if we get foxes now. Got it just in time. I wonder why I get that online glitch, though. It always seems to happen to me when I do my Abyss streams, as of recent. It didn't do it at first. Again, I don't know what it is. Really, they're making me fight him again. I don't know if anyone else has had this glitch occur. Let me know. It might be associated with like certain gnat types or whatever. He stands there way too much. I mean, as long as it's not lagging out my internet or making my game crash, I don't really care. But it just sucks because if I wanted to do random encounters, I'd have to end my stream and then start it back up again. I did a whole 2-hour stream of co-op just trying to get the glitch to trigger, though. Like a few weeks ago. And so far the only thing I can determine is the Abyss caused it. Nice. I still get the little frame burps when I'm running down into here. How many times have I fought this fucking guy? I'm over it. You are such a meme. You're just like a fucking reoccurring meme now, Nioh. That's Sasuke! You ass. You absolute dick. At least he didn't edgelord me that time. I'm not. I've had enough of you, Sasuke. I've had like 3 too many of you today. Oh my goodness. Every time. Even people watching are getting fucking sick and tired of watching me fight Sarutobi. Oh, left. Difficulty, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty sure I was pressing the block button. Jesus! I can't even use items. Holy shit, literally as I pressed the button. Input reading. Doesn't matter what you do. It'll just read your fucking inputs. Jesus! Can't even fucking dodge, dude. You can't hit him more than once. That's also just like the most annoying fucking thing about his fight. It is so bullshit. And of course, like I said, he gets way more fucking tracking on his tonfas than the normal player does. So you can't even dodge past him or dodge by him or do anything because he'll just fucking track you anyways. Unlike normal tonfas, which is how you pretty much beat them. Get your one hit in at a time. Kill me if you want to, I really don't care, dude. Damn it! I couldn't do the dash attack. It wouldn't fucking let me! So horse shit. fuck. What? The distance is just like, oh yeah, we just changed that now too. Just, he can just go as far as he fucking wants to. Even when in living weapon, he can still just attack through me sometimes. He's just random ass super armor on things as well. Just, this attack just has that. Doesn't make sense that it does, but it does. It's not like he's wearing light armor. Bullshit. Don't make me fight him again. That was the fucking third or fourth time fighting him. In just 2 hours of playing the Abyss. I just don't want to fight him again, man. No! Good, he killed me. Thanks, that actually helped. I'm gonna kill your friends. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. Yeah. I swear, if this is Sarutobi back to back, I'm gonna fucking Alt F4. If I could Alt F4, anyways. I was supposed to hit her. It's a lot of damage. I wish I had Oni-Sakon Spear with skill damage tornado on it. Now that would do some damage. But sadly I have fucking Red Demon Spear with Spearfall skill damage on it. Ugh. Makes you want to vomit. That's why I keep trying to do Spearfall, even though Spearfall is pretty garbage. Even on human enemies. Just because on higher difficulties, human enemies just dodge and move around so much that it doesn't matter what you do. Stealth kill. Plus 1,000 points. Dang it, I was trying to living weapon, but I dodged instead of activating it. I used my talismans in backwards order, although it doesn't matter. You just put 100 eyes in between you and Kojiro, and it's a lot easier. Well, apparently that didn't break his horn. It's perfect, so. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I find it hard to believe that none of those vertical attacks broke his horn, but to further the reason why I don't really like using things that aren't the dual swords that much. Because they aren't nearly as cheesy. I remember when people used to think that Kusarigama was the most OP weapon in the game, and that was before they buffed the living weapon attacks. They used to think it was the most OP weapon in the game because of this. And then they made enemies do that. It's like, thanks guys. You're the ones who influenced them to do that. Because they know it's good now. Look at my baby damage, boy. No, that's a splat. They buffed this guy, technically, because they buffed Odachi. I should have known doing that to another human would get me punished. You did what I would have done if I was using the Odachi and someone did that. It's like the easiest to dodge skill in the world. What a fucking douche nozzle. Skill's only good against yokai. Can I use a different good weapon now? I've had about enough of using these other trash weapons already. They put so many other weapons in the game, but didn't give them good movesets. And you only come to the realization of that when you try to use other weapons at your current level gameplay. Even when you're built for them, they're still just arbitrarily worse than what you could just be using otherwise. Like if you're doing a strength build, don't use an Odachi, just use a katana with change to attack strength on it. But then why have your strength build? I mean, like, really. That's why I go for body and heart, because I didn't give a fuck what my weapon scaled with. I just wanted the things that gave me more resources to use in combat. Because your damage will still be around the same no matter if you're built for your weapon or not. And then if you're built for your weapon, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be way squishier than what you could have been. So you're fucking yourself anyways. At least in late game, Nioh. That's why I changed my build to this from the 200, or not 200, but the 99 skill build I was running with my dual swords before Way of the Wise came out. But I changed it after realizing how futile that is. Sorry, I was getting a drink as well. Nice. Sorry about that. I love how he just lays there when you do that. He's just like, fuck me, senpai. Whoops. Not even paying attention. Dang it. Dun 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 dun. Dang it, I couldn't get him to stand in the fucking whirlwind. Let's just do this the man way. Damn it! I pressed dodge too, man. I just didn't recover fast enough. Fuck me. Right in the Agnes. Right in the Agnes. Stop that. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. It's Zate. Zate number 2. And then you get Whirlwind. Nope, never mind. You did the same thing to me that you did last time. Dude, you have got to stop. He knows no boundaries. How can you just walk through that, dude? I don't know why I tried to even do, like, normal attacks. Because you can't. The game punishes you for anything that you do that isn't a charged attack that does a lot of damage. With these human boss fights. They're just not designed to be beaten normally like that. None of them are. They're all the same cheap bullshit. It's all the same garbage. It's just set up in a different way. Cool. I tried to turn around to go backwards and my character turned around because I key pulsed. You know, like you normally do in the game. But because they were fucking dumb asses and didn't program the game to be lock straight from the beginning, they haphazardly, like, programmed half of the game, like, without even thinking of it. So when you key pulse and press backwards, your character turns around because that's what the game used to do when the game pre-cam. So dumb. It's not even that... It wouldn't even be that difficult of a thing to fix. It shouldn't be. Explain to me how that didn't hit. Again, why you just use dual swords? You don't use anything but dual swords. Unless you want to have a bad time in the abyss. Yep, that hit me. That hit me for 9 damage and applied wind to me. Because I heard the noise. When are you supposed to attack? That's the problem I have. There's just no fucking openings, dude. Like, look, I just stand here and just watch this character do shit, because I can't. It's so fucking infuriating. Is this a boss fight, or watch how good I animate stuff simulator? It's fucking retarded. They have like a fucking usable time of their living weapon of like fucking forever. They aren't limited by a gauge that drains over time. So dumb. All of this endgame content is literally summed up by the boss is doing shit at such a constant pace and such a constant rate that there's no possible way that you could do anything rational. It's just all cheese. It's the only thing you can do to beat these bosses. Because they're so overly fucking designed about you not being able to do anything to them. And about them being so artificially fucking difficult. It's not even funny. It's just an artificial difficulty. Like, what am I supposed to do? Every time I go in for one attack, he's already doing something else. Which fucking has 100% tracking and hits in a circle around him. What are you actually supposed to do that isn't fucking cheese? Like, I'd love to sit down and talk with one of the fucking developers of this game and ask them some serious fucking design questions. Because there's no fucking way that they thought of this as a reasonable challenge where you're actually fighting a boss. This is just the definition of how you make anything in a game artificially difficult. You give the boss 100,000 times more resources than you. You give the boss a way bigger stamina bar. You give the boss there's no weak point. There's no anything. The only thing I can do is shoot him in the head and wait for him to fall on the ground. Which then again, completely negates the entire fucking fight. Which, there's no in between. It's not, this shit is not fun after the, like, 500th time you're fucking doing it. And not when they put so many of these shitty human bosses in a row. Like, I fought in fucking Sarutobi 3 times in 30 floors. Give me a fucking break, Team Ninja. This lazy ass bullshit. Wow, what good game design. I'm so impressed. You want a fucking cookie, Team Ninja? Is that what you want? You want a fucking Game Award cookie? Jeez, this is so dumb and monotonous. Congrats, you figured out how to make a boss fight difficult. It's way easier to make something difficult in a video game than it is to make something that's fair and feels fair to play. This took them probably 5 seconds of thought to design. He uses living weapon instantly off the beginning and just unleashes moves constantly with he doesn't have to worry about his stamina bar. He doesn't have to worry about anything because it's programmed in a way that he doesn't have to. The only thing he has to worry about is you having enough patience to stand there for 10 minutes and let him deplete his ki himself, or, like I was doing, draw strike him every single time he does his poke ability because that's his only fucking opening. And then once he's out of ki, you just draw strike him and draw strike him, or, if you want to be a cheese lord because there's really nothing that you can do to him that's not cheesy, you just shoot him in the head and fucking hit him from then on out. Or die by him. There's no point to trying to come up with a legit way to beat those bosses. There are legit ways to beat a lot of the yokai bosses, because their boss fights don't involve complete and utter nonsensical bullshit. Even On Meraki is more fair of a fucking fight than half of the human bosses in this game. Dang it. I guess because I didn't have cat walking on. Whatever, I don't care. I'm just sick of fighting fucking human bosses. They're the worst. They're not fun. All you do is cheese. At least I can fight Kelly legitimately. Don't even need my buffs to fight him. Especially after you learn that Sloth or Lightning actually make his AoE animations last longer. Because again, Team Ninja doesn't program for dog shit. The reason why there was 21 patches to this game and not a single one fixed key pulsing turning you around if you're holding backwards on the analog stick as you key pulse. So watch. See? It happens every time. If you key pulse and put your weapons away, your character will turn around. It's just a byproduct, like I said, of the fact the game used to be free cam. It didn't used to have lock strafe like it has currently. When you locked onto an enemy, you didn't face that enemy at all times like you do in the current game. That was how the game was originally designed in the alpha, and they tried to change it all, but they changed it all but that one thing, and it's really, really fucking annoying for people who like to put their weapons away like me. Because as you'll probably see, I encounter that glitch really, really frequently. And all the time, because I can recreate it on the fly. Because I know what causes it. Because I played the alpha, the beta, last chance trial. I didn't even expect to be putting as much time into this game as I did. I just did because I kept putting more content in it. Quote unquote content, I should say. Content with air quotes. They added the Abyss, which makes you fight 4 fucking Sarutobis in a matter of 40 floors. Eat an ass, Team Ninja. Eat my ass. They probably would, though. They're Japanese. That's racist. Stop. Why? Artificial difficulty. Come on. Just let me kill it. It's gonna die. Why do they program garbage like that? Oh yeah, she's just gonna backdash like 3, 4, nope, 5 times in a row. When she's out of Yoki. Get it? Yoki. She's out of Yoki. I'm sorry. Kill me.
Kill me. Kill me. Kill me.
Has anyone ever seen Metalocalypse? There's an episode where their parents like come to visit, and there's like the old man in the chair. I think it's one of Toki's parents or something, and it's like
Kill me.
in the like Microsoft Sam type electronic voice. That character is how I feel on a daily basis. Great show, by the way. I wish they didn't stop making it. I can understand why. It becomes hard to make a show about music when you have to be like inspired to make music, and then being also inspired to make the show and the music at the same time. When you're like 60% of it, that must get hard after like the 3rd or 4th season. Yes. Salvation. After I'm done on the stream, I'll have to close and reopen the game to do random encounters again. If I even decide to do it. Why is the texture all like gritty? What the hell? It looks like a grid. Where's my inventory at? It's got to be close to full again. Uh-huh. I didn't get any plus value inheritance stuff. It's really weird. God damn it. Oh my god, she just insta-kills me. Good riddance to you. Biatch. This area. Why did it do that? Why did it do that? Get destroyed on, kiddos. One second, I need to be right back. Alright, I'm sorry about that. Had to use the bathroom. Alright, sorry about that. My mother needed me for something. Artificially inflate the length of this so much. That took so long. I'm probably only gonna go to 970 and then do the rest on a separate stream because I'm getting really, really hungry. I didn't plan on even doing as much as I did. I just kept playing because I felt good. Which is rare for me now. Loot room. Loot room. Loot room. Lutus? Nope. You would. That wasn't a real person, right? I don't get real revenants when my game is all glitched out like this. I don't think. My game isn't glitched out in terms of progress, it's just glitched out in terms of online play. Son of a bitch. Well, goofed that up. There we go. Man, I'd hate to imagine how hard these guys hit you if your gear isn't leveled up as high as mine. I have like almost 12,000 defense and they're still hitting me for like 4K a hit. Ooh. I was one Twilight ahead of my guess. No! It's like 10,000 gold back there. Or 100,000. 908 million gold. I don't think I'll quite hit 1 billion before the end of my streams. But then again, I might also do some streams of me just testing out different builds against 999 when I get there. Don't give me another loot room. My bag will be stuffed again. Can I die? Oh my god. Of course. low. Too easy. Mm-hmm. If this is Dark Souls, that would have hit me. There's your obligatory Dark Souls reference. it. We don't need to defile our stuff anyways. That's so bad. But yeah, I'll come back through and I'll defile all my shit later. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and see if... I'm gonna close out of the game after I'm done with the stream. I'm gonna open it back up. And then when I do some more... When I defile my stuff, I'll see if I get the glitch to trigger again. It's weird. These fours will be easy to defile and level up my stuff on anyways. Who are the two subjects? Sarutobi and Maria. No, it's just lightning fast Hanzo. Nice. Anyways, I'm gonna save here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys what I mean by how this shit is glitched. You see it even on the title screen. Look at that. Alright, man. I was just about to end my stream. I was just showing people the glitch that happens. I was making sure I saved and reloaded to the title menu because I didn't want anything to, like, my save to glitch out. But yeah, you see how in the upper right hand corner I have this permanent fucking icon of PV, like, of summoning someone on my screen. Well, if I do like this, there, now I'm stuck permanently. Now my game will be permanently stuck like this until I reopen it. But I just wanted to show that off before I ended my stream. So, I'll be back later, everyone. I'm gonna go through my inventory and shit like that. And I'll try and see what is causing this glitch. Until next time, though, peace out, everyone.